What is going on, everyone? And welcome to WreckTalk. Again, we're all excited about the new college football game, and I've been extraordinarily critical of it. Now I'm going to go the other way because I've been thinking about it. And though EA has never really given me a reason to trust them or give them the benefit of the doubt, I think I do have to accept, and I do believe this is probably the best sports game EA will have ever produced. And I think that I need to give them credit for that. You have to understand where I'm coming from, guys. This is what I started gaming on. All right. Back when we had this, there was no online compatibility. You bought the game and that was it. And there was no patches for the game. There was no in-game purchases. The only way you could kind of try and fix the game is with one of these, a Game Shark. Hope that took some of y'all down memory lane. I have to accept that we're well beyond that. We're never going back to that era of video games where we get, our expectations just have to be different. Now, there are a lot of reasons. I've listened to a lot of other people's perspectives on this. There are a lot of reasons to be very excited about this. One, it is an entirely different team working on this. It is not the Madden team working on it. Yes, it is using the Frostbite engine. Yes, they are going to borrow assets from Madden. They're going to borrow animations. They've even pulled in the college football revamp guys who, if you haven't played college football revamped, you've missed out. What a great time. What a great community that in lieu of having a new release completely revived a game and a community. Shout out to those guys. They absolutely killed it and made that game fun to play for a decade. What do we all hate about Madden, though? Set aside, I've talked about the microtransactions and all that. Set that aside. What do we really hate about Madden? And I'm talking to you now as just a straight football fan. If you haven't seen my channel before, I do breakdown, like film breakdowns, breaking down plays, reading defenses, what the offense is doing. Everything feels the same in Madden. And really, the gameplay system is broken. You can run slants every time and never have an incompletion. Even in NCAA 14, I demonstrated it on stream the other night. You can run 4 verticals. You can run slants. Connected plays are broken where, the high safety will just fall right on his face if you have a connected play on a play action. The option was totally broken. So what do I want to see out of this game? One, I would really like to see implementation of strategy, and I'm talking about football strategy, where you can't just run slants every time, where the players interact and react like actual football players would. They run zone like a football player would, and I know it's hard to do, and maybe it's not possible in the Frostbite engine, but if you're a defender and you have the curl flat, like you're defending the curl flat as the outside linebacker, you're not just going to scream to the curl or fly down to the flat. You're going to kind of feather it, right? I would love to see, as a linebacker's rating goes up, as their awareness rating goes up, as in conjunction with their agility, it's really hard to get, to throw a curl flat concept on that outside linebacker. He's just going to react really quickly and get underneath it. The other thing, and probably most importantly, what do we really all hate about Madden? Everything's the same. Every entrance for every team's the same. Every game feels equally dead. There's not really any pregame. There's not a halftime or postgame. The Super Bowl in Madden, to this day, feels exactly the same as a preseason game. There's no life to it. There's no atmosphere to it. There's no emotion to it. And what I can give this game is that doesn't look to be the case. It does look like the team that's developing NCAA 25 has listened to the feedback of the community, listened to the feedback of the Madden community, what people were frustrated with about Madden, and what college football fans are all about. And it's all about atmosphere. We saw unique entrances. We saw it for Clemson. We saw it for Boston College, for Notre Dame, for Pitt. All of that is what makes college football college football. You know, Florida's down right now, but going and playing a road game in the swamp should feel markedly different than playing a non-con game against UConn or something. Sorry if you're a UConn fan, but those are vastly different atmospheres, and it does look like they got that right. That's going to be amazing. What else do I want to see in this game? Obviously, we're all concerned about Online Dynasty. Now, it doesn't look like at this juncture, or they haven't made it, exactly clear, but it doesn't look like there's going to be cross-plat for Online Dynasty. But I'm okay if they just took the exact same mechanics of Madden, and I didn't get necessarily the football strategy I'm looking for, but it's not ruined with monetization, that's a win. So if we get a functioning, fun online dynasty mode, that is a win. That's an absolute win. Because at the end of the day, we've been waiting 11 years for this game. And we just want to play a good college football game. If it has some or all of those things, it will hands down be the best sports game EA has ever produced. Now, here's the thing with the monetization. They've had to pay players to be a part of it. You see the names on their jerseys. I'm got an article pulled up here. I think, what did they have to pay them? Like $100 a piece or something. There's over 18,000 that opted into this. Either way, it's a lot of money they had to pay for this game that they wouldn't otherwise. And I guess they have to pay that for Madden, but I'm sure that that's part of the players union, and college football doesn't have any sort of organization like the NFL has. It doesn't have a players union. And due to that fact, it just makes me think they're really going to want to stick in monetization in places we don't like to boost that profit margin for themselves. But if we get a functioning, fun online dynasty mode, we can all play with our friends, enjoy the atmosphere, get in recruiting battles. It has zero pay to win, even if they have cosmetic. If there's uniform packs and they're even behind loot boxes, I don't love it, but I'm okay with it as long as you don't gain an in-game advantage. So I do think, I have been very negative, but I do think, for this team that's brought in the revamp guys, they've gone to most of the major stadiums, I think, if not all, recorded the sounds of the games and noted like at what times they do certain cheers or chants. I'm sure they had a field day at Texas A&M trying to record all of this nonsense. Anyways, but that's huge. That's huge. And like Angry Joe said, I listened to Angry Joe's video. That's something you would never see in Madden. You would never see that level of detail in Madden. And the NFL is super stingy about letting anything fun happen. So can we get some really cool celebrations, even if they throw a flag on it? Can you rub it into a friend? You score a touchdown and do some ridiculous celebration. The NCAA doesn't have the organization like the NFL does, so the NCAA can't even regulate itself, let alone something like this. So it does kind of open the door to a lot of different options for the developer of this game. Running out of breath. I'm allowing myself to get excited, which might be ill-advised, but I'm starting to get really, really excited about this. I will buy the $100 edition only so I can stream and play it 3 days early. I will say this. If you want to do anything for me, do not buy Do not buy the Ultimate Team stuff. Please, if you engage with that, 5 years from now, everything that I was afraid of for this year will become a reality. Let's hold them accountable there. But I am excited. I do think it's going to be a good game. As long as the monetization just isn't absolutely egregious and I can play online Dynasty mode and I can make myself in Road to Glory and have fun with it without having to fork more money out. If all that's the case, this is going to be a hell of a lot of fun. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What are you excited about? Talk to you guys later.